What's going on, everybody? Well, welcome back to the channel. We're hanging with Henry again. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We're cranking. We're starting to get some new subscribers, which is awesome. So if you haven't, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, tell everybody. But anyway, guys, today's video we're going to be testing a fuel pump in a Yamaha Kodiak 700. Just using that for instance because it's one I'm working on right now. So we're going to show you how to test it, how to save yourself about $400 if you want to do it yourself. FYI. Long story short, you can go to your Yamaha dealer. You can look this up on Partzilla. I got it pulled up right now. For this fuel pump, you know, because you can't just buy just the fuel pump. So let me break it down to you. Okay. This. You can't buy this just from Yamaha. They won't sell you just this. Unless you got a buddy in the parts department that wants to disassemble something, they're going to sell you just that. That part alone, if I'm not mistaken, is $426.99 from Yamaha or Partzilla, however you want to look it up. Unless you got an account, which will get a little bit of a discount, that's where you're at. So we're at $426 plus shipping. So we're at plus tax. We're at $450. Am I correct? So not necessarily going to save ourselves $400 in this one, but we're going to save ourselves a couple $100. So. Let me just break it down, long story short again, put it in a scenario. Old man Fred comes along and says, hey man, I got my Yamaha. I only got $300, Henry. What can you do for me? I said, you know what, Fred, let me see what I got. Let me pull it in here. I charge $100 on that one. You know, a lot of my friends bring stuff, so, I mean, that's my time. I'm expensive. So anyway, 2 hours of my time, an hour to disassemble this Yamaha, test the fuel pump. Go on eBay, $33 just for this. Now you can go on there and buy the whole assembly if you're lazy and don't want to take the time to take it apart and spend the extra. I think it was like $50 or $60 extra. You can buy the whole entire assembly. I'm not telling you the quality is the greatest, but I have used them in the past. Customers come in and got a budget and say, look, I can't buy this from the vendor or from the dealer for that, but I can go on eBay and this is what I can do for you. And a lot of times I do that. Like Mr. Fred here. He's got a 21 Yamaha. And this puppy is seized up tighter than, well, you know. He ain't got that much money. So you know what? Like I said, 2 hours of my time, about $50 for the part with tax. It's out the door at $250. We don't save ourselves $200. Because I have seen his pumps. Give you an example, what is it? Suzuki Berkman 650. I did a scooter. The guy had to have an OEM part. He stroked a check for like $700 for the assembly. That's what he wanted. That's what he got. After the fact, I got thinking about it. It's like, you know what, let me go back. I tore it apart to do something because I needed a part off of it for another scooter. And I looked it up. I could have fixed the thing for like $40. Everything else on it was good. Literally. $40. It would have been, again, probably an hour of my time. He would have been out the door probably $200. So pay attention to what you're working on. I know some things you don't want to buy off of eBay, and there's only, realistically, if I buy a fuel pump, I'm only buying for 2 different places that's on there that I trust, because they're actually the same parts that I get from some of my vendors, just a lot cheaper. Go figure. So like I said, be wary of what you do buy on there. I mean, if you have to go OEM, you have to go OEM, so you better have some deep pockets, because that's what's going to happen. But guys, let me stop babbling. Let's get into it. Like I said, this is off of Yamaha 700 ATV. They use it in a lot of their bikes. Some of their sport bikes, I do believe, also. But let's check it out. I'll show you how to test it real quick and save some money. Alright, so I'm actually using a battery that was in a bike that I'm working on. Kind of make it a little bit easier and a little more convenient. Normally what I do, like I said, I just showed you a little picture of the positive and negative side on here. I don't know if there you go. Alright, so there's the positive and there's the negative. I'm going to go ahead and hook my, and usually I try to push these all the way down on this one. Hook up my positive side, get her on there. It leaves just barely enough to actually get on. Barely leaves just enough room to get on the negative side. So I'll go ahead and hook this up to my battery. And then I'll hook up my negative side. And okay, so here we go. Testing. Woof. Well, ours is spinning over right now, but you can tell it's bad, obviously, because it's smoking like crazy. So, yeah, I'd have to say that was probably bad. Let's try it one more time. Yep, that fuel pump is bad, but now I got a big battery kind of pushing it. So normally, if you have the the battery that's in the ATV hooked up to it, yeah, that's probably not gonna spin over like that. So, all right, well, go ahead and disconnect all your electrical connectings, and see you back at the bench. Well, there you go, folks. Pretty simple. This bad boy smoked, as you can tell. A lot of times they won't even spin over. A lot of times they'll start getting super hot inside, and you want to be able to touch them. But you just really want to touch it on there, real, if it don't spin over, then you know she's locked up. I smacked this one a few times before we started to see if I could get it unlocked. It is unlocked, but on the other end, like I said, it's melted. So, it is what it is. Well, guys, thanks for watching. That's how you test a little fuel pump on a Yamaha. Pretty simple. And most of your fuel pumps, if you disassemble them, they all got the same connectors. Like, most of them are all the same. They might be shaped differently, but they're all going to have positive and negative. Most of them, if you get them backwards, it really doesn't matter. It's just going to spin backwards. Unless the pump is good. You don't want to really do that if the pump is good. So, be careful. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Stay positive. Thanks for hanging with Henry, guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you haven't already. I can't even speak, I get so excited. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.